All right, guys. Hey, it's your boy DJWOLF here. Yeah, that's right. I cut church again today. Next 2 weeks I'm gonna be back in it anyway. Next 3 weeks actually. We got a big couple events going on. Wake up! It's Sunday morning with DJWOLF live, somewhat live. That was me playing around with my Ableton Push back October last year. I got some skills. I still need room for improvement. I want to talk to you Sunday morning about not just dreaming about being successful, but to be successful, it takes more than just dreaming. You have to implement your dreams out here. Some of us, many of us work regular 9 to 5 jobs. And, of course, many of us, say, hey, it's a living. But you always got something that, many of us like different hobbies. Some of us build cars. Some of us race bikes. Some of us make music. Some of us do various forms of making music. Myself, I definitely consider myself a music producer. I mean, if you're able to create music of your own original stuff, or somewhere to help create something for somebody else, you are a music producer in essence. Maybe not a professional music producer, but I am. I'm independent, and I'm a DJ. Those are my side things, my side ventures. I love doing them both. I just DJ'd at my church a few weeks ago. It was a smashing success, I might say. But I'm looking to get back into NPCs. And I've noticed I haven't done any NPC stuff in, it's been a few years. And I picked up the NPC Live, man. That thing is a beast, man. That thing is beast mode. The thing I like about the newer model NPCs now, not only are they standalone, and you can, use it as a as a hardware controller for your computer, but you can independently take it around and get sounds created, bank sounds from other sources, independently of a computer. And the firmware is easy as I don't know what to download and then upload to your standalone. I was watching a YouTuber last night when I was trying to set up my MPC Live, and the guy was saying, well, you gotta put your, what do you say? You had to put a thumb drive into your computer and then download it from Akai. And then take it and load it into your MPC Live. That's not true. And I found that out by trial and error. Because I did that and it would not load. Don't get me wrong. The firmware was on my thumb drive when I actually turned on my MPC Live. I saw it. It was in there. It was in the storage file. But even when I clicked on it, I don't remember it opening to download. As a matter of fact, at one point it didn't. So what I did, I connected my USB cable back into the computer and ran standalone as a hardware controller for the PC, so that the PC can pick up the device. And then after I downloaded the firmware from Akai, and the PC picked up my MPC Live, that's when I did the update. And it worked. So that's the one thing I do like about what Akai has done. Now they do away with all that mumbo jumbo of you trying to have to go into the system to register from the site, and then half the time it won't register. I hated that. But I still got to do it. I still got to register so I can get my other contents that I got to do anyway. So, but I love it. I was like, it's cool, you know. But at least it takes the pain away from doing all that. You won't technically, I don't have to register it off. I don't want, but I actually prefer to do that so I can get updates. But I've noticed since the last couple of days I've been playing with it, I've noticed that my workflow is actually have increased for the better. Because usually when I was doing NPCs on the computer, it was just like, jeez, it was cumbersome. You know, there's so many features that you got to learn, and it's like, I kind of knew my way around it, but I got tired of dealing with that, and I stopped messing with it for a few years. And I went ahead and got the live, and I was like, wow, this thing is incredible. So I've already created a couple of beats on there, and I'm planning on doing more. But like I said, my biggest thing with me, like everything else, is time. If I had the time to sit down and get like 2 or 3 days and just go for it, because that's what happened Friday. Friday night, that's what I did. I sat down there for about almost 2 hours Friday night in my little studio and did just that. And was making some incredible waves Friday night doing music. Somebody said, and even though it's kind of true, there's more in life than music. But for me, music is a big part of my life. It has been as long as I can remember. I'm a kid that grew up as a very, very young child during the 1960s. So music was a part of my life back then forever. My folks were still in the 20s when I was born, so in the early 20s. So, of course, they were listening to the hottest tracks of the day, of the era, you know. And, of course, as a little, very young child, you know, I was in tune with a lot of it, believe it or not. You know. But music isn't the only thing in life. It's not the most important thing in life, but it's a big part of it. Music, for me, gets you through the day. Like I listen to jazz at work sometimes. It calms me down. It helps me focus on the day. You know? And I love modern progressive jazz. That's, for me, I don't mind the old vintage jazz, but old vintage jazz, that's where you had the brown liquor and you drinking, you know, at a club, quiet, nice club, you know, with about a couple of hundred people, and a whole big old crowd, you know, but something just where you chill. That's something like that. I could listen to that, or being, you know, chilling in my basement somewhere, listening to some old jazz, and, you know, just taking a little snooze. But the modern progressive stuff for the work day or any other day, or like, you know, if you're out and about driving, it's so good, you know. And that's why I said music does play a big part of my life on that. It ain't the most important thing, but it's very important to me. I'll say that. There was another guy on YouTube that posted a video last night. He's like, hey, don't be trying to be on your grind 24/7. There's some truth to that. Because I'll be honest, last night, I started playing with my live a little bit. And it took me about an hour or two to figure out, you know, the download and all that stuff. Once how to, you know, I was trying to register it, and I didn't get a chance for it. I'm going to try to register it in a minute. And before I know it was 1 a.m. I said, let me go to bed. You know, and that's what I did. Because it was like, wow, I can get obsessed with doing music. And sometimes you do have to take a break. And on that note, that's what I'm getting ready to do right now. I already took a break, but I'll get back on my ground a little later. So with that in mind, guys, you know, even though you might have a passion for a specific hobby or something like that, take the time to take your break. Because it can get frustrating if you get into it and you stumble on something like a writer's block or something. Probably just best to just take your time, take a break, take a breather, go for a walk or something like that, and then come back and regroup whenever you have the time or feel like having the time to do it. This is DJ Wolf. Just giving you a little something to chew on a Sunday. You know, it's a gorgeous day out there. Go out and enjoy it. Go out and enjoy life. I'm out.